was teaching English in China, one of my favorite students, because I was teaching all ages, um, from like toddlers to adult, and this my one of my first classes was this uh, group of 3-year-olds, 3 and going on 4-year-olds, and man, they were so cute. They were so cool, and there was this one little girl named Luna. They all like chose their own English names and stuff, and she chose her name to be Luna, and she had these like little chubby cheeks, and she used to wear like the little the pigtails, but where they're like really short, like sticking up, and she had the biggest smile because she absolutely loved coming, and she loved learning English. She loved like the class, and she loved coming to the weekends. Now these kids, I had 3 and 4-year-olds who had diaries because of how busy they were, because their weekends were filled with, all these things, English, maths and instrument or sport or whatever it is, and a lot of them are just not enjoying being there for that reason, because it's just too much. They're not able to be kids. But Luna loved coming to English, and you'd always know when she was there. You would hear her laughing, and she would just light up the room. I was just like, this kid is, she's joy. And I remember, I will never forget it. This one day, I was across the school, because the centers, they had the big area like the lobby in the middle, and then the classes were sort of around in corridors. And I was sort of walking around, like, and I couldn't see what was going on in the lobby, but you could hear it. You could hear it throughout the whole center, that there was a kid screaming for its fucking life. Like, what the hell is going on? So, like, a whole bunch of us just run out. And when I got there, it was Luna. Her parents and her grandparents were forcing her to come in. She was screaming. This kid, they had her, she was in the hall. She was screaming to not come in, and she had grabbed the wall in the hall, and they had her by the legs, and she was like sideways off the wall with her hands gripped, like, no, no. She hated it. She was terrified. She did not. And it was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What's going on? And the previous week, I'd had the parent teacher meetings, and I had to point out to the parents that Luna's motor skills with the cutting was not quite on par from where it should be, and she needed to practice more at home. She got told that she was stupid and that she was the only one in the class who couldn't do it. And she never smiled again. She hated the class, and she was a shell in the back of the room. And it made me realize how much we fuck up kids. And it's why I'm making the decision with my pets. It's like, if you can see that what you're doing is damaging and you care, you've got to do the right thing. And but those parents couldn't see what they're doing wrong and how they should have been, with her, and what the damage was there. And she's just going to grow up like every other kid over there. Like, I had teenagers. I had one teenager who got locked in her room after my fucking parent teacher meeting. I'm like, okay, I'm not giving these parents the truth anymore. I actually just, no, everyone's doing great, and I just really helped the kids as much as I could, because that was a cultural thing. But I think about it in life, and the pressures that we have in general.
And, you know, I talk about how fucked up Gen Z is. They are. No offense, guys. It's not your fault. We fucked you up because our generation is fucked up because of the dictators and all the fucking Hitlers up there who have fucked our chances of like normality and normalcy down here. And we're all trying to overcompensate. And there's like no guidance, no boundaries, no nothing. And everyone's just like, meh. And it's like everyone's just fucking a shell, not good enough, losing everything, sorry, guilty. And it's it's making me just, it makes it like you lose the reason to keep trying. Like, I'm gonna be real. Why should someone who's only ever known hardship and pain and abuse and misery and loss and is never getting help, why is it that the people up there who don't have a clue what it's like to live like that, who aren't helping, who are causing majority of it, and what they're not causing, they sure are making worse, how come they get to tell us that we have purpose? We should be grateful. Life is precious. We should appreciate life because we have it. I'm sorry. I'm here to tell you, I don't. I don't appreciate life. I don't appreciate humanity. I know that there's good out there, but the good is suffering and losing and becoming less and less because, look at me, for example. I've gone from a volunteer who will drop everything, take a bullet for an animal, take a bullet for a stranger, because I don't have any self-worth and I'll do anything, anyone, please. And then suddenly you're like, all right, I see how it is. And you step back and then all of a sudden you're watching it. You're like, hang on, there's another me over there getting spat on. Oh, look, there's another one over there trapped and tied down under that. Oh, look, there's more little me's over there hiding, scared for their life. Oh, okay. Suddenly, you can take your volunteering and shove it up your ass. You can take your people pleasing. You can take your apologies. Because I see you. And when you see what's out there, and when you've come from what we have down here, I am sorry when we can see the future before us. My generation, for me to try and heal and strive for longevity and a good life, I'm going to be wading through all the bullshit of these dictators, our fucking nut jobs, those wet blankets and fucking essays and all kinds of bullshit going on that's going to be coming up to boot us out in all this Handmaid's Tale crap that's going on. Like, I am not going to wait 30 years for Australia to get caught up and then go out to that shit. So, this is why people are giving up on humanity, don't feel the same about life, and are changing inside who they are at the core because they just can't. So I'm never going to run around being suicidal, but I know that as soon as my pets go, I've lost my purpose to get up in the morning. And I don't want to be in a world, okay, go away, Chloe, now that you don't have your pets, you can really put your head down and focus on yourself, and then you can get better, and then you can come out to us and suck our dicks like a good girl, and we'll treat you right. No, you won't, and I don't want that. I don't want to have to do all that to go. I don't want that. You aren't what I want. So, you know, when someone is like, they just know, like, you know you're done with your relationship. I'm not staying with this person. This is fucked. It's affecting my mental health. They are not for me. This job, this This house, I can't stay in this house. It's fucking fallen apart. I can't afford this house. It's out of my depth now. Whatever situations we get in life, we leave when we're not okay, and we remove and we change it. And there are people so deep in actual life, not ever going to, like, you can't unsee, you can't unknow. And there are just some things that even though we can forgive in our hearts, it's changed us. It's like when you get back with a partner and they've cheated on you, and then every little thing you're paranoid, and then you become the problem because you can't fucking rest every time they're flirty and stuff. And it's like, okay, you got to know when to stop flogging a dead horse. And that's what I've done with humanity. I know. My disorder is never going to get a fucking ear in my time. The mentality and the mindset of everyone out there is not what I want to be part of. The world, the economy, the environment, just everything. It's all fucked. And I'm too sick to fight to keep it for people who don't care about me. So, I don't want to try and prolong the suffering for all the people who are down here with no chance. Like, it's like an all or nothing thing. You've got to be able to do it for real, or you're just going to keep spinning out and going backwards. And I have spun right out and I can't. So it's becoming more and more obvious that I'm going to be jungle girl. Because all I'm going to do now is focus on the channel, figure out what's wrong with me, and write everything out naturally. I don't want longevity. I want to heal into what's going on out there. All I want to do is rest and be in peace. And then let nature take its course. And when my time comes, at least I'm going on my terms, in my way, feeling safe, calm, and in peace. Because out there, people like me just fizzle out and become another statistic. Oh, well. One less piece of shit for us to worry about. Frees up some more dollars for us to go and get our private jets around on all these things that we're doing. So, fuck them. I don't care. Australia, you've officially lost me.